I'm Jessie, and I'm the Kids Director here at Hub City and have been for the last 9 years. I have loved almost every minute of being back here and am in kids, usually the school-age kids, almost every Sunday.
My name is Grace. I've been on staff with Hub City Kids for a year now. I help with onboarding new team members for kids and organize the curriculum lessons and other admin stuff with scheduling and so forth.
We, Grace and I, decided to make training this year hopefully work a little easier for all of you. And instead of having a monthly or quarterly meeting where you come in and get training here and have to find childcare and take time out of your busy schedules, Grace came up with this wonderful idea of doing these videos so that you can do them at your own leisure and in whatever time works for you. So we thought the first one would be a good opportunity to remind all of us, including ourselves, of what Hub City Kids is, what our vision is, what we stand for, what's important to us. And so we're just going to take some time this morning to remind ourselves of what that is and what we're working for. And Hub City Kids is part of the greater church of Hub City. We believe firmly that this is all of the things that happen here and back here is part of this bigger community of who Hub City is, and that even bigger than that Hub City is more than just what happens in this building on a Sunday morning, that we are meant to be disciples into the city of Albany, that we are meant to be the hands and feet of Jesus, to restore Albany. And that is a culture, it is a lifestyle, it is not just showing up to church on Sunday morning. That is a part of it, and it's a great part of it. We love spending time with each other and spending time with our friends and our families and all of that, but it is bigger than what happens here on a Sunday morning. We get to send and gather and serve, and those are the core tenets of what it means and how we get to restore Albany in partnership with Jesus.
We believe Jesus Restore Albany also applies to our children and families. Our families live out a culture of discipleship within their homes and embody Deuteronomy 6:4-7, which says we should be speaking the gospel diligently to our children in all our activities. We only have an hour with our kids each week, and our job is to create a safe, fun environment that reinforces the gospel messages families are already living out in home and facilitating discussions that lead themselves to family engagement. We want to support and equip parents in their discipleship.
We are so passionate about this in Hub Kids, and we think that you are too, and that's why you're here. It's not just about taking care of these kids for an hour a week. It's about building the foundation of their relationship with Jesus that's going to continue on throughout their whole life. It stays here and it follows them from this space into their homes as well. So we want to support and point kids to Jesus, and that's our primary objective here. And it's such an opportunity for us and a privilege for us to help raise the next generation of Jesus followers.
And how we do this is we use a curriculum called the Gospel Project that goes through the entire Bible in a 3-year cycle. Every 4 to 6 weeks, we start a new section with a different catechism, a question and an answer that goes along with a verse for the kids to memorize. Each section has a different theme and focuses on a particular part of the Bible. Every story points ultimately to Jesus and reveals the gospel message, even in the most obscure Old Testament passages. We try to have every Sunday morning involve games, fun, and positive child-adult interactions.
There are a variety of ways that you have been serving in kids, and we wanted to let you know of what those are if you want to serve in a different capacity, but also so that you can recruit some friends and can speak well to what those positions entail. So we have the check-in person who serves out front, and this person doesn't necessarily have to come back here and be in kids, but is just a friendly, welcoming face to greet our newcomers as well as our returning families. And everything is on the iPad. If you have kids, then you've checked them in, and it mostly is just a welcoming presence. And then we have our nursery, which is just holding babies. We generally have a steady stream of babies coming into Hub City, and so they're there until about 2 to 3 age, and it's just in there loving on babies the whole time, and it's very fun. And then we have this preschool room. This is where we have between 2 to 3 and up to school age. And in this time, we have games and snack and story and a lesson and some sort of activity. And we have 2 different volunteer positions in this room. We have a teacher and just a regular helper volunteer. And the helper volunteer is just to help mitigate the chaos a little bit and have positive interactions with kids and make sure that they stay safe. And a teacher does all of that, but also helps teach and provides the lesson portion of the morning. And for both the preschool age and the school age, if you choose to teach, I have all the lessons for you ready to go. So Grace has everything organized and printed out so that you can show up on a Sunday morning and grab your packet of paper and just be ready to go. And if that is uncomfortable for you, there are also ways for you to get that lesson ahead of time so that you can practice during the week and show up Sunday morning prepared and having read through it a couple of times already, so you feel as comfortable as you can, and we want to make that as painless as possible. In the school age room, we also have a teacher, and we have a lot of kids back there right now, so we would love to have some volunteers in that room to support the teacher. And that is something, just if you are already teaching, then you can grab a friend to help you do that. Or if you would feel more comfortable teaching, if you had somebody, then grab a friend and make them help you back there. And our last volunteer position is a craft coordinator. And with our curriculum, we have activities and different crafts that are provided, but it's always fun to go a little bit above and beyond when possible and have something really interactive for the kids to do. And that requires having supplies, it requires sometimes cutting and gluing things ahead of time, and Grace just doesn't have the time to do all of that every single week. So it would be really great if there was a volunteer who was interested in doing something like that. So those are all volunteer positions and just a foundation of what Hub City Kids is and our vision behind that. And we thank you for all of you who are participating in that already. And we love you so much and we appreciate you so much. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to either of us. And thank you for all that you do.